Right, here. Ready. Ready? Ready to do this? All right. All right. Let's get on with it. Good evening, folks. Today we will be talking about Roman theater. In 55 BC, the Roman theater began after they copied the Greeks. They built the first stone theater called Campus Martius, built by Pompey the Great. It held about 11,000 spectators, and the culture started growing, building the theater of Balbus. Once Romans started demanding for a high development in theater, they wanted a new theater that would hold more people, called the Theater of Marcellus, which would hold 15,000 spectators.
So learning about these theaters is great and all, but how did this culture occur? I know we stole it from the Greeks, but, you know, did we use the same techniques and rules as them?
Well, let me explain. When Romans were inspired by Greeks, they copied everything. It was a replica of Greek theater. They just called it Roman theater because, the hatred towards Greeks. They wore masks and, didn't allow females to act because, they could. And they made slaves act in many dangerous acts that could cause death or serious injury. For example, the legend of Orpheus. And everything was completely real, and they didn't fake anything.
Okay, well, since we're on the topic of danger, that's how you know I'm serious. What extent did they go to? Because I know we have some performances later on.
To specify, these plays will not be original Roman theater because it's way too dangerous. So, yeah, we aren't going to be performing real Roman theater. We also have only female volunteers. So, not really following the rules, but it's fine. It's fine. It's changed. It's adapted, So, the extent of these plays were endless. Take the legend of Orpheus. The original legend was that he tamed lions with his music. It wasn't so much in Roman theater. It was more of, let's just have a slave get eaten by lions instead, and they twisted the story. It was the same thing with the legend of Icarus. The legend of Icarus originally has him fly too close to the sun with his wax wings and falls into the water and drowns. Instead of having safety precautions like water, they didn't do that, and they literally strapped wings to a slave and chucked him off the Colosseum.
Alright, but I do recall those references to be Greek. Did the Romans make anything themselves? Were they original? Or did they just copy everyone?
Why, of course. The tale of Marcius Scaevola is always used. He ended up burning his hand off to show bravery because, they're weird. But, those slaves, oof, they went through some torture for no reward.
Okay, yeah, listen, it's not that I don't love the conversation and all, but I think we should stop talking about torture, and move on to some actual styles of theater.
Great idea. There are 8 main styles of theater. The first is mime, which can also tie into pantomime. We will actually be viewing a small category of mime today. It will be the play of Papyrus Verbatim, which will obviously be performed in a shorter version because we don't have enough time. Also, they didn't want it to be boring for theater because mime nowadays is where they don't talk. In Greek theater or Roman theater, they actually use Latin words that were just jumbled, so it would just put a main focus on the acting instead of words. The next one that we were going to be talking about is fabula categories. So you can go from Fabula Athellana, which is an Italia forced play, or you could go Fabula Palita, which is a comedy to use make fun of Greeks. Yeah. But they also have Fabula Toga, which is a comedy play which makes fun of Romans themselves, which is a bit odd. And then lastly, you have Fabula Cothernate, which is a Greek tragedy, and also Fabula Praetexta, which is a Roman tragedy.
Oh my, look at my definitely real clock. Look at this time. We got so rambly that we need to really quickly get through all the things we were actually instructed to get through. So can you hurry this up?
Okay, and that is...
Were you not listening to the meeting yesterday? You need to explain Latin vocabulary, derived English, and you have to make a cultural connection.
Oh, can we please do cultural connection later? I don't have the knowledge for that, and it just bores me.
Okay, sure, whatever gets this done. Oh my, you are so annoying to work with.
Watch your tone. I'll bust out my fighting skills.
Whatever, just get on with it. What are some familiar words mentioned in the theater?
Well, a common term used in Latin was servus, which means slave.
Oh my god, can you make this more interesting, please? I'm asleep. You're making me fall asleep.
Fine! Tuba clamet ob ludibrium optimum, theatum fremi propter in asne actum, fabula et actores sunt optimi.
Oh, I didn't mean to turn Latin fully.
If you would let me finish, I would have told you that I said the crowd shouts for the best play. The theater is roaring because the same act. The story and the actors are the best. Common terms such as toba, which is crowd, clamor, which is shout, fabula, which is play, optimus, which is excellent, theatrum, which is theater, actores, which is actors, and actus, which is act, can be used to exclaim in the Colosseum. For excitement, obviously. They can also use plaudo, which means applause, and spectatores, which means spectators.
Now, finally, some actual content from you.
Yeah, whatever you say. So, you might know that many English words come from Latin, such as audience, which originates from audientia, which means a group of listeners, or ferocious, which comes from ferocité, which means fierce or mighty.
What about the words that are the same but don't mean the same thing?
Well, take fabulous, for example. It comes from fabula, which means a play or story. But how does that involve fabulous? Because, it's now known today as kind of mythical or marvelous. Well, that actually ties into place because Roman thought that plays were mythical and marvelous. So does that answer your question?
And it does. It really does. But what are some words that you see a lot on flyers in the theater? Those are kind of weird.
Oh, you're thinking of spectators, or the state, as in state of a building. Well, spectators is very straightforward because it sounds almost exactly like spectatores, which means people that watch. State originates from status, or status, which is both an English and Latin word. It means a condition of something.
Great, so let's take a quick commercial break. Then we can view these plays, okay? I'm going to scratch cultural connection from our discussion because we don't have time and no one really no one likes cultural connection anyways. So I think we're pretty okay.
There's new movies today, right on Netflix. We provide everything from thriller to documentaries to the new romance movie, Pompeii. This teaches you all about Roman cultures. It shows you some realistic colosseums and things that actually happened during the Roman times. Wow, so spectacular. Join our subscription today to enjoy great movies found on no other platforms.
Hey,
you ever bored at home? Well, come join our drama production. The Whalen Theatre provides a variety of skills. It is a multicultural theater that teaches large facial expressions and body language, just like the masks from Roman culture. Sign up today for the experience of a lifetime.
At Budweiser Stage, we host concerts and many more fun events. Don't worry, just because we have the structure of a Latin theater doesn't mean we murder slaves. Budweiser makes your life better.
All right, so what are we starting with?
We have Papyrus Verbatim up first.
I lead the barbarian chorus unending, O moon goddess advancing to the beat with loose barbarian step, chieftains of Indian, to the holy sound, give the Syriac step so very frenzied.
Orcus.
What are they saying this time? He's telling them to dance. They act like real people. Pick him up and tie him down with this holy bell. These men are now heavy with wine. I like it. Hey, Cheeridan, come out here.
Come on, brother! Hurry up! Is everything ready?
It is. The boat is anchored nearby. Why are you stalling? I'm talking to you. Take the ship and bring it along here. Hurry!
But if I give the order first...
Babbling again, disaster man. I say we throw him overboard to kiss the ship astern. Is everyone on board? Again, I'd be like, I'm here.
All aboard.
Oh, what an unfortunate wretch! A great trembling overwhelms me in all my misery. Be kind to us, lady. Save your servant.
Wow, that was really, truly magnificent. It was very minimalistic, though. Okay, so what do we got next?
Correctamundo. The final one is Cassina, the household maidservant. Oh, I'm so excited!
It's a great folly, to my notion at least, for any man that's in love to go to the forum on the day that which the object in which he loves is close at hand, as I in my folly have been doing. I've spent the day standing, pleading for a very certain relative of mine who, Faith, I'm very delighted has lost his cause, so he hasn't chosen me for his advocate today. He ought first ask the question whether his mind is at home or not at home. If he says it isn't, without his mind he should send him off home. But alas, there's my wife before the house. Wretch that I am. I'm afraid she isn't deaf and has heard this.
For my troth, I have heard it to your great cost.
I shall go nearer to her. What are you about, my delight?
My faith, I was waiting for you.
Are the things ready now? Have you by this brought over here to our house this female neighbor of yours who is to assist you?
I sent for her as you requested me, for this companion of yours, your very good friend, was in a pet with his wife about something. I don't know what. He said when I went to fetch her that he wouldn't send her.
That's your greatest fault. You're not courteous enough.
It's not my part of matrimonies, but of harlots. To be showing courtesy, my husband, to the husbands of others. Go yourself and fetch her. I wish to attend indoors, my husband. That's what is requisite to be done.
Make haste then.
Very well. Now, Faith, I shall inspire some apprehensions in his heart. I'll this day render this lovesick man completely miserable.
Okay, I'm done. No, I'm done. I'm leaving. What? No, yeah, I'm fine. Got kicked out of the room. I'm still on the call, but in this room now. And that was so amazing, but oh my god, I'm so lonely.
You'll be fine. Toughen up and just end this already. Oh, fine. I'll do it myself. Have a spectacular day.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna. I Oh! You were supposed to cut the camera!